Saber, I think the stream is buggered. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think we're gonna have company this evening. Whoa, Sabes. It's so short and sweet, we don't even know if we missed it. I don't even know if it started. Okay. Hello, Sabes. How's it going, everybody? How are we all? It's not that short, I assure you. Hello. Mwah. Beautiful cat. Beautiful cat. Beautiful people meet beautiful cat. Beautiful cat meet beautiful people. Hello, everybody. Hello. How's it going? Who's been watching the Ember Green stream? I was having a little listen to it earlier instead of making sure that the tech works. Which was probably not a good decision. I should probably be making sure the tech works before doing things like that. You have a chat. Here. Look at you all. Look at your very pretty names. All different colours. How are you all doing? I trust you all not to say anything inappropriate. You know, like, I don't know, profound autism or something. Okay, how are we all doing? We have been blinking. Excellent. Excellent. You need to blink for the tear ducts to lubricate your eyes. Everyone's name's grey on my screen. Oh no, Ashley. No, look at the actual screen itself. The here. That's just not grey, yeah. So for example, you are a sort of yellow. I'm good, not good. I was going to prioritize this. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize she was still streaming. Okay. Yeah, Ember Grimm's videos are very, very long. I'm making no judgment. I'm just saying, they just are. It's just a statement of fact. An Ember Green video is about as long as one of my long live streams. I don't know, something like 8 hours or something. I'm going to do a study that shows that the rising incidence of autism is directly correlated to the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. Well, it's also inversely correlated to the number of pirates, strange quasar. You could try also the same experiment, but using pirates. So as pirates have diminished, autism has increased. Ergo, pirates suppress autism. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Gemma. Oh, you don't know Ember Green? Ember Green's a content creator. Well, she's more of I just say more of than anything. I'm not trying to make value judgments here. She does really good social commentary videos, very long, very long ones. Hey Laura, welcome. So, I mean, that's actually true. I've invested in one of those conclusions. This is true. I've spoken to real people for about 15 minutes all week. It's been great. Nikki, I'm so jealous. I mean, that's typically how my weeks go nowadays. Nina's like, you need to speak to more people. But we need to only use studies from the 1970s for autism statistics. Yeah. What's that about? What's that about? Why are we going back to 1970 when I wasn't alive? I was just a floating autism in the in the Autiverse somewhere. Autism must be something positive as rising diagnosis ozone hole disappears. Ah, you're right. Yeah, the ozone layer is what's keeping us out. The ozone layer is what's stopping the autism from coming in. I don't want to ruin everything here, given the nice vibe, but I just wanted to quickly say, does anyone know what this? There was a press conference, a White House press conference, like a surprise one. Almost as impulsive as me, I have to say. What's going on? Why is there a White House press conference on now? Does anyone know? Don't go looking for it. I'm just saying, if anyone knew. Is it the one? Is it the autism press conference? If only it's good news, I'm in the US last 40 minutes MIA. Oh, okay. So is it is it they found out autism causes vaccines? It does indirectly. I'm messing with everybody. My God, what day is it today? I keep forgetting. Do you know what day it is? Does everyone know what day it is? What day is it today? Not for everyone everywhere in the world. Actually, no. Doesn't apply to those. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, everybody. It's Tuesday. Like I said, it's Tuesday. It's September. It's wild. It's going to be unhinged day. So, a couple of things. One, what's that? If you don't know what that is, you are blessed. If you don't know what that is, you are literally you are privileged. How is it September already? I know, Ashley, my brain is still in July right now. I'm literally still in July. In my head. It's July the 53rd or something. Actually, I shouldn't be saying things like that, because some autistic person out there is going to be calculating exactly what day of July it would be if it were still July. I'm going to drop it in the chat. I just know it. You can't get anything past these people. July the 64th. Thank you, Shoikla. I knew I could count on you. I feel like there hasn't been a summer. I haven't been outside very much. I haven't done anything really like this. Like, what's happened to August? I don't know what happened in August. I can't tell you what happened in August. Tea Fairy is recovering. She had a checkup today, and things are going okay. This is a conversation with Discord, I think. But yeah, she's doing good. She's doing really good. Thank you for asking. Am I that predictable? Strange Quasar, did you do it as well? You've discovered a secret of time travel. Spooky season. Tea Fairy had breast surgery, Ashley, to remove a tumour. It's one of the reasons why I've been quite not detached, but I've been otherwise occupied. It's been a very, very difficult few weeks, many weeks. Everyone at work keeps asking what you did or something. Oh, I hate that. Do you know what? It's probably one of the things I hate the most. It's like, what did you do at the weekend? What did you do at the holidays? And it's like, oh, man, it's almost as bad as the question, are you free? It's like, no, I'm not free. I can make myself available, but it means not doing something else. Balloon Festival sounds amazing. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, she's recovering. She's recovering. She's recovering. I think she's recovering in front of Netflix at the minute. I think she's doing all right. Under a pile of cats. Actually, that's a problem, by the way. If any of you ever have something like breast surgery or anything like that, and you have cats, the two are not compatible. I'd love to see the Balloon Festival. I'd love to go to Bristol to watch the Balloon Festival. It just looks, I've seen pictures and it just looks beautiful. It just looks magical and beautiful. Oh man. Hot air balloons for me are slightly cursed. I was on a Japanese television reality TV show once. That's a story for another time. You can watch a balloon festival from further away. You definitely can. In fact, I think probably the best place to be would be on one of the balloons. And then you are literally quite distant from everyone else. Okay, so. Parvinci. Oh, it's Tuesday today. It's Tuesday. Do you know what? This is wild. This is such a wild story. I mean, yes, there is a video coming up on this topic soon. Toads. Not frogs, toads. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I think you've all seen this page. I mean, it's quite whimsical. I can do whimsy. I can do whimsy. Oh man, this was so funny. Nina is like, what did you order that for? What is that book? And I'm like, read it. And she was like, okay. And then she started to read it. It's got some words in it. Tuesday evening around 8, and then it's got some pictures. And she's like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, just read it. And she's like, it's to do with autism. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, just tell me a story. I'm like, hey Nina, tell me a story. And I regret not filming it. I regret, do you know what? It is one of my regrets not actually filming Nina telling me the story for the first time. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. I could do whimsy. He only said both. I wonder who could not do whimsy. Thankfully I didn't know how. What did she say? She was quite autistic about it. I think she was genuinely a little bit like, what the hell? I mean, the pictures are nice. The artwork is great, as you will see. But it's used in the ADOS module 4. So the ADOS 2 module 4. It has been validated for use on older children, teenagers, and adults. And obviously any diagnostician that uses your responses from reading the story time, it's the tell us a story task it's called, telling a story task, is an absolute fucking idiot. It's a little bit like a bloody Mandelbrot test or like reading tea leaves or something. Some autism diagnostics are a little bit. Ooh. Imagine your art becoming a diagnostic test. To be fair, Barvinci, I reckon David Wisner's made a decent amount of money out of this for that exact reason. Because it's literally obviously been licensed, so and I wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't. So he's probably only made like 1p from this though. UK $6.99, so it's not exactly I technically can't show it all on the screen because of copyright. So, you know, critiquing would require the sort of minimum use of his material. But it's kind of wild. I did call the Rorschach test the Mandelbrot test, TJ. I did. But I'm testing you. No, I'm not. I mean, you know, I'm running on half brain right now. It's actually where you start you telling a story and then stop you partway through and seeing how uncomfortable you get. Yeah, that's a good one. And honestly, yeah, there's some wild stuff. And I mean, you know, there is observation, by the way, as part of an autism assessment. There is an element, quite a large element of observation. Now, for my assessment, this came in the form of the disco, or a diagnostic interview. It doesn't, which is more appropriate for adults, I would say. Well, it is more appropriate for adults. It just patently is. Fight me. But there are other types of diagnostic interview as well. And one of them obviously involving the ADOS, which is a licensed pack. Costs about £1,000 or whatever to get the full pack, but you know, I already have Matchbox cars to play with. In fact, I started my assessment by saying I brought some Matchbox cars with me. Do you want to watch me play with them? I just had to break the tension because it was just awful. It wasn't awful, but it was, you understand. You guys understand, right? You renamed Huntsville, Alabama as Rocket City. Are you serious? Is that actually what? Come on, don't mess with me. Neil, my son's assessment's about to be scheduled. Amazing. Holy crap. 2.5 years wait. I mean, literally, if they just wait, they can do it via video call. Yeah. It's not going to be a short video call. It's fairly long. But yeah, they can do. The actual elements of the, pretty much all of the different assessment practices can be done remotely. Mine was described as a semi-structured interview, but no name given. Yeah, cool. Did anyone else have the boy going through interlocking sets? No, what is that? What's going on? Half brain is okay, thanks, Juju. Yannicka, how short is the stream going to be today? It's going to be about an hour. About an hour. And that's me, the whole entourage? Oh, okay, so the White House announcement today was not the autism one. The announcement is to do with... The announcement was to do with renaming a city. Is that it? Is that really it? Is that really it? Good snacks. I have 2 drinks. I have a squash and a tea. I have to be up super early in the morning. I'm getting up at like 4:30, 5 a.m. They're going to funded now. Okay. Renaming City has no issues for those who live there, yeah. Mexico City is now called Trump City. Really? I mean, none of this really surprises me. Why so early again? You'll find out. You'll find out. It is kind of related to YouTube. But it's very related to YouTube. Good evening, Sir Jansen of England. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Van's so bored to be there. Okay, so there is nothing much because I'm kind of like I actually feel genuinely, I do genuinely feel pained for everyone living in America right now, and it doesn't matter which way your politics sits. I feel utterly in pain for you all. There's so much mess. I don't need to repeat it all. You're all intimately aware of everything. But I thought today's announcement might have something to do with, or might have dropped a further hint. Basically, my video yesterday could have been out of date within 24 hours of uploading it. And I'm like, oh. I'm trying to, I don't know. It puts me off wanting to visit the US. Is that wrong? Is that the wrong way to feel about the whole thing? For someone who's not living in the US? Even our news, like not being able to post. Oh, post has resumed to the US, by the way. Tea and Tails, anyone who wins, anyone who enters a giveaway, I can now post to you. The only change now is it takes longer and costs more, but I can do it. So postal/courier services to the United States have resumed following last week's drama. Good news. Just costs more and takes longer. But, you know. And I'm not sure. I'm not alone. Have you seen Las Vegas Airport? Yeah, I have. I have actually watched quite a few YouTube videos about Las Vegas Airport. I know, what a weird thing. What a weird rabbit hole to go down. But to see it completely empty is really, really weird. My instinct right now, I live here and don't want to visit. I just feel... I'm sorry. I'm not trying... I want to visit at the moment. Is it... The vibe is just... Ice check firefighter's ID. Wow. T-Man, do any other male autistic people struggle with paraphilias from a very early age that cause you to question sexual orientation? Wow, okay. Let me check. We are not yet past the watershed. Really good question. Do you want to, without doxing yourself, be a little more specific on that? There are people here who can weigh in. I enjoy dressing as women. Okay, well, crack on. I'm just thinking about my own wardrobe, thinking like, yeah, I'd say probably 1 in 5 of the things I've worn on my live stream are like women's, you know, tops or whatever. Not an issue, right? I don't trust the border people either, to be honest. Weird things are happening on the border. No one knows the latest rules, and some border patrols also been taking advantage of the situation. The border deporting kind of stuff, it's just, I don't even know how to process it. I'm sorry, I don't even know, like in my mind, I just don't even know where to begin to even get my thoughts in order on that. I'm in the US, but I moved into my own private I read that as my own private island. The vibe was fine. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know. I would love to do some sort of like event or something in the US side, you know? I'd love to go and visit some of my US friends. There's some places in the US I'd love to visit that I've never visited before. And I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me right now. Oh, Autism Island. Well, the Isle of Man is as close as I can get to Autism Island. Alright, so no autism stuff. So I'm just thinking with my YouTube hat on. Okay. So no autism connection. Okay. I'm just literally waiting for the moment that they drop this September. September. We don't. Oh man. I'm just my whole head. Charlie, the station on that men shouldn't wear women's clothing seems weird to me, the men dressing in women's clothing, if that makes sense. My view on it is, does it have pockets and what about the labels? What's the label issue like? We need to know these things. I would say I find Nina will wear more of my clothes than the other way around. I've got to say, I did accidentally pull on a pair of her jeans the other day. They're pretty much identical to mine, and they're kind of stretchy. So I've got the jeans on. I'm like, oh my god, I put on a load of weight. What's going on? I can't wear these jeans. And Nina came in and she's like, "Are you wearing my jeans?" And I'm like, "No, these are my jeans. They're like from Next, right? They're mine." And she's like, "No, they're mine." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, I did wonder." If your times ever calm down, you want to, I would love to visit Washington and the Pacific Northwest. Also British Columbia. That's a whole area that's totally on my list. I haven't been to Seattle yet. I'd love to visit Seattle. I think it would be an announcement about what studies they're going to fund rather than an actual cause. Yeah, I think that will be the case as well. I think they will publish the studies that they're funding. I kind of think they have to, really. That will be interesting in and of itself. But I think there'll be more than that. I think they're quite happy to go after some vaccine ingredient. Hey, welcome Anik. Helen, pockets. What did Helen say about pockets that I missed? Sorry, I've got like the chat here, but it's only like the last few messages, and it's big, so I can actually see it without straining my eyes. And I could read this chat here, which goes back like a bit further, but that's still kind of. And then I've got like tiny chat over here, which is like the whole chat that you can scroll like on your phone or whatever. And I read really fast, but like. I'm just searching. Helen, I only buy men's clothing usually. We all go to men's clothing first. Yeah, like men, quote unquote, men's clothing. It's often like better. it's like why would you not? Why would you buy quote unquote women's clothing? I guess like you get functional pockets. Do you know what I mean? Like actual pockets, because you have shit to carry, like your phone, like headphones or earplugs or whatever. Yeah, you might want to. I mean, I guess you wouldn't put your glasses in your pockets, but like you've got pockets, maybe keys or whatever, maybe a bit of money or whatever. Yeah, you need pockets. You can't just like store everything in your hands. You need an inventory. I feel like if I were playing a woman and I pressed I, it'd be like no inventory slots. You have to use one of your inventory slots to carry a bag in order to get additional inventory slots. What's going on? Milton Keynes. Ah, Milton Keynes. You can see all the different types of concrete and brutalist architecture. What was the other one? Luton. Yep. Luton is a place. Weston-super-Mare. There are places in the UK I quite like. But there are not many. Full pants and skirts and dresses should have pockets. Agree. 100%. 100%. You can buy the most giant t-shirts, 11 coats. Yeah, exactly. Wear a t-shirt, get a huge one. Might just get a bag of holding. If you have such a thing, Jansen. So I have, I've got like a little red kind of, small bag that I put all my bits and pieces in that I need when I'm out and about. I store my autism in. And then if I need to like pack, because I do need to pack because I am traveling soon. I need to. I put my little bag inside a big bag. I nest bags. Socks should have pockets. Eye patches should have pockets. Hats should have pockets. Exactly. If you don't hear me for the day after tomorrow at my desk, buried in novelty paper. I'm going to buy boys XL t-shirts and it feels like a superpower. Nice. I can't believe it took me a while realising I was trans to wear men's boxers. Would recommend to anyone regardless of identity because it's way comfier. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Boxers as a woman is also quite a common thing too. This conversation reminds me of Rudy Colley's wizard hats. Yeah, I've said that wrong, haven't I? Rudy Colley. To fight that little big noise. Just, you see, we've just solved fashion. We've just solved fashion. Cynthia, what's your view on pockets? The problem with boxes ain't coming in a big packet as briefs. Boxes and pockets for everyone. Yeah, this is the sort of like cultural change that we need in the world. Also, minus labels. The megapode. I've never tried wearing boxes. I'm so used to briefs. Oh, try them. Boxes and pockets. You mean shorts? Unisex clothing shop. Yeah, I just think the clothing thing is just like a lot of like men's clothing as well is kind of boring. Apparently I suit kind of like natural colours, but that's a good. Well, I'm glad because that's the only colours that are available really in like men's clothing. It's like what the hell? I'm strongly pro pocket and anti-label. Yeah, me too. Labels and seams can burn. Yeah, damn straight. Oh, bamboo is nice too, by the way. If no one's tried bamboo socks, I'm currently rocking bamboo socks. But if you've not tried bamboo socks before, right? If you've not tried bamboo socks, get bamboo socks. They will change your life. Practical shoes in all sizes for all too. Yeah, absolutely. I got massively wide feet, so yeah. Get bamboo socks. They are extremely good. I will die on this hill. Bamboo socks are amazing. Bamboo socks I've found for a roommate. Get some bamboo socks. Jansen's TMI'd me. Oh yeah, I like natural neutral colours. Apparently I see green and blue. Yeah, I like natural colours too, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of, you know, get a fancy shirt or something. I still haven't found a sequin shirt. Put it that way. Where are the guys' sequin things? I need some sequins in my life. Bamboo socks, Amazon. Yeah. There's nothing to see here. It's just a bamboo sock. Just a bamboo sock. Also bamboo clothes, bamboo sheets, bamboo duvet, bamboo everything. Yeah. It's such a good material. It grows fast. It's fabulous. Danish Endurance bamboo socks on Amazon. Those are the ones I'm currently wearing. Anne-Marie. I am currently wearing that recommendation there. They really are good. I can't believe this. You folks are... Oh, I can't believe... hang on. Yeah. Right. These are the socks. They are really nice. Oh, hang on. These ones are cheaper. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. How do I copy paste? Copy. That is a big URL. What the hell? Paste. And then I'm going to call it sorry. You guys can't see what I can see. It's quite funny. Here you go. I'll dump them into the chat. There you go. That's a link to to the socks. The bamboo socks. It's an affiliate. It's the affiliate link, but it doesn't. It's just an Amazon, a localized Amazon link. So you can. Other shops are available. Blah 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 blah. Highly recommend if you get them, get new ones. I don't get socks from Vinted. But yeah. They last a really long time, and they have seams, but they're like really discreet seams. Yeah. Redirects for different accounts are in that link. Yeah. I typed that. I just went a bit nuts with the O's. Ashley, they're so nice. They're so nice. They are genuinely the socks that I like. I've got different socks for different purposes, right? But like generally speaking, day-to-day socks, just and you can treat and you can abuse the socks. The socks, they're just great. Careful, you have a YouTube channel of 80 plus viewers, eventually you're just the same. Cellulose treated to be able to spell it for closed circle production for good environmental practices. And before process. Fiber extraction is really interesting. The next sponsor. Sorry, I was working and missed the sock talk. T-Man, I'm going to send you off to therapy to discuss that with someone. It does genuinely. I think you should. I think you need to have a conversation with a face-to-face. Be happy with yourself, as it were. It's been my best advice. I actually have a video on sex and relationships, which is quite long, so you do need a reasonable amount of time to get through it all. It does have chapters. It's worth a watch. I would say that, wouldn't I? Of course I would. Watch it, if not just for the fun sponsorship segment at the start. Do the socks leave lines on your legs where the tops are? No, asterisk, unless I pull them really, really tight, and then yes. Then like if you pull them like really high up. But they're really, really stretchy. Bamboo is like really super stretchy. And doesn't get less stretchy like cotton does after a while. They're like super stretchy. Darn tough, seamless, crazy comfortable lifetime warranty. They should pay me for this ad. That's actually quite a cool little brand, that Darn tough. That sounds good. Thank you, Yannicka. What's with the eggplant? What is with the eggplant? What are you talking about? People from Chicago are begging Senator to say them. Please obviously the rest of it. I'm sorry. I would avoid the news if I were you guys. But from an autism perspective, nothing to see here, which is good. At some point in September, there will be something. There will be some hastily convened press statement given in the usual Sith Lord gravelly voice. And you bet that there's so many people actually. The world doesn't need me to do it. Like, not at all. Like, it's going to have so much attention. Some of my debunking content has been, I think, first. But honestly, by the time I do a video, it will have been done to death, probably. Like, so many. I don't know if anyone's seen Nature. Nature actually posted an article. I won't spoil it. It's a good read, actually. It's like a pre-warm-up, if that's right, to what might happen later in September. Phoenix, we started with the frog book, then pockets, and now socks. Interesting connections. Yes, we did. It was Tuesday. Is Tuesday. And then we went, to clothing. I can tell you honestly, I know, obviously we talk about therapy and things, but therapy is actually quite a challenging and interesting kind of whole other thing to talk about. Even things like mediation, anything that sort of like therapists or psychologists or any sort of mediated third party, I guess, to give it an umbrella. I'm sure there is a term, but that's what I would use. It can be a challenge for autistic people, I think. And I think some of that comes down to the techniques that are used. Some of that comes down to a lot of the unwritten processes. Some of it comes down to... It's a big kettle of fish. I don't really want to waffle about it. I'd much rather talk about it in a considered way. Overall, it's a good thing to seek, when I say seek help, sounds a little bit patronizing, doesn't it? But overall, it is a good thing to communicate and to label feelings, label emotions if you can. It's good to understand challenges. It's good to talk through possible solutions and troubleshoot with people. It's a good thing. This is not a bad thing. But it's complicated. I definitely didn't pay $60. Click around, Ashley. You'll find, because like when I searched for it, there were like loads of different shops selling them, and that was the cheapest link that I could find. So you might be looking at one that's not good for you, but that's the right product. Does that make sense? I don't know if I've said that right. They're not $60. They are expensive. It's like retail, it's about £20, so what's that, like $30 for 6 pairs. That's kind of where it's at to this. Whatever this is. Charlie's given some amazing advice and I didn't even read it. I don't even know what did Charlie say. It was good advice. Let me go over to the I know it can be hard to find the right one. Therapist. Maybe a neurodivergent queer therapist. Even though you're straight, they may be more accepting and it would help. Used to diverse experiences. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think that's actually amazing advice. I think that's actually like a banging advice, actually. Yeah. I think probably a queer therapist is probably less likely to be surprised. These are amazing socks, though, by the way. Sorry, this is not like a sponsor segment. Although if anybody wants like an affiliate code for something, we can do Ground News or NordVPN. I've got them all. Like, if you... I'm laughing because I did a tiny bit of capitalism, but 100% of that is going to charity. In fact, it's going to charity relatively soon. We still haven't convened on a charity. I will post a poll on Patreon with the choices everyone's, assuming I can fit them all in. I mean, I'll do my best. And then whatever comes out, I'll make the donation and I'll show you the receipts. I kind of wanted to do the Balesa sponsorship because, I don't know, it was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. But yeah, the channel survives purely based on the support from everyone who watches the videos and supports me on Patreon. Thank you very much for that. That's not a segue, that's just me saying it. Thank you. Definitely don't spend $60 on socks. I've never spent $60 on socks. The most I've spent on socks is £20 for 6 pairs, which is what it is at the minute. I might get 6 more pairs. They're very good socks. I'm not being paid to say that. I suppose there is an affiliate link, so if you were to click that link and then order it straight away, I'd get like a 50 cents or something. But like honestly, just find whatever socks work for you. Oh, and don't feel bad about the Patreon thing. It's okay. There is extra content on Patreon. So as an example, the last Patreon video from a couple of days ago was about Jordan Peterson and Simon Baron-Cohen. And the upshot of that, I'm actually quite impressed with Simon Baron-Cohen. I think he's come a long way. I think he is very aware now of the neurodivergent expression of community online and in person. I don't think he would run with something like Spectrum 10K again without actually talking to an autistic person first. As an example, I don't think that's him now. I don't think he would label things with labels like extreme male brain, which kind of, I know where he's coming from when he did that. But it's a scattergraph of systematizing and empathizing. And obviously, you know, which of those plots points, you know, some of them are autistic, some of them are not, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look, these ones. And they also happen to be men. This is obviously therefore extreme male brain. Yeah. I feel like his language was a little bit weird. And I'm not like language policing, but obviously what he didn't perhaps realize is that people would then run with this whole extreme male brain thing and then talk about extreme male brain and then autism male and then autism male. And it just becomes embedded in the culture, which is not really what he meant. And the same with theory of mind as well. So theory of mind, Simon Baron-Cohen was very much like Sally Ann Test was Simon Baron-Cohen's theory of mind, which is like a really simple kind of like first degree theory of mind. And now he uses the term theory of mind in a much more wider way, a much more nuanced way, which kind of makes sense. I was pleased by how Baron-Cohen had adjusted his ideas and language, but gently but firmly challenged the interviewer too. Jordan Peterson. Chloe. I thought he challenged Jordan Peterson beautifully with respect to deficit language. So Jordan Peterson would talk about, for example, moderately, you know, affected severe autism. He would use the term profound autism. And Simon Baron-Cohen pushed back on that beautifully. One example, I wish they talked a bit more about touch. Jordan Peterson's point was he did not understand autistic people and why in Jordan Peterson's words, autistic people, hate touch, and because obviously all mammals, according to Jordan Peterson, like touch. Therefore, why are autistic people so deficient? This is his argument, not mine. It's bonkers. And Simon Baron-Cohen did respond to that beautifully. But what I would like to say is, what perhaps they didn't talk about, and perhaps I didn't talk about too much on Patreon, is that some autistic people crave touch, obviously, and we've got different types of touch too, haven't we? So Simon Baron-Cohen responded with, what if it was a surprise touch? What's the context of the touch? What does this person want from me, etc., etc., etc. But there's a whole other category of good touch, right? All mammals like consent. Holy fuck, Hi Chinooka, that's beautifully put. All mammals like consent. Yes, this is true. This is true. So I used Sabre as an example, and it's absolutely true. You go and start like cuddling one of the cats that is not consenting to that cuddle, you're going to find out about it really, really fast. Okay, you're going to find out about it really, really quickly. You're coming about cats and touch me, chuckle. Thank you. It's because we. It's very. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And it's like sometimes the cats really like the touch and they're playing into it. T-Man, you're making some. I just want to quickly say something here. You're kind of a bit off topic, but also a lot of the ideas that you're repeating are kind of what I would consider kind of like incel culture or red pill. I do talk about this in a nuanced, detailed way, I think. I certainly took a lot of time doing it during my conversation in the sex video. I think it would be really helpful if you saw that, but there might be some other content creators that answer your concerns better than I do. I would recommend them. If someone else can recommend you a content creator, or recommend me a content creator that talks to red pill values, please let me know, because I don't really know of anyone. And if it's something you'd like to hear from me, let me know that too. It's on the list, but kind of halfway down it. We do hold sexes differently, but it's very individual. Cultures change. In fact, cultures change like massively depending on where you are and what country you're in. Even within that country, like it's not a useful statement to make that, for example, it's not a useful statement to make to say all women or this, that, the other, all men or whatever. It doesn't. There's a lot of people in here. In fact, there's even trans people, right? So there's like so some people, like, it's not helpful to say. In fact, the Jordan Peterson and Simon Baron-Cohen interview is actually very good in that respect, because Jordan Peterson talks about all autistic people. Simon Baron-Cohen likes to say, well, I don't want to generalize. He speaks specifically to, well, I don't want to say all, because it's quite heterogeneous. So there you go. So there's all of that. And folks talking about autism rarely bring the curiosity I would like to see in these sorts of conversations. Simon Baron-Cohen was happy to talk about, in fact, he attended to the fact that neither Jordan Peterson nor him were autistic or neurodivergent. And he sort of expressed it that way by saying, look, this is our view. This is how we would think about this, that, or the other. I don't really want to spoil it. You do want to go watch it. I would argue you want to watch my reaction to it on Patreon. I don't play a huge amount from Jordan Peterson. Just mostly we're talking about the ideas. But I would love to talk. I wish they spoke more, or at least Simon Baron-Cohen spoke more about sensory processing. Perhaps even talking about sensory processing disorder, which is a whole other thing. I guess there's a difference between trans people and fetishizing trans people. Yeah. My only experience of that is sort of fetishizing autistic people with the kind of, oh, you're so cute, and so, almost attributing an attractive value to a childish property. And it's like, okay, that's kind of it. But I have spoken to the red pill stuff before, but I haven't made a direct video about it. But if there is a content creator that does, let me know, please. I suppose we also can't help what we're attracted to too, but, obviously there is always the matter of consent. I don't think I've watched an original Jordan Peterson video without getting bad news for the rest of the day. Oh, there is one other thing. If anyone here happens to be a member of, what is the right-wing kind of media organization that Jordan Peterson's a member of? The name escapes me. I want to say Blinkist, but it isn't. It's not. It's... What is it? With the guy with the eyebrows as well. Why is my brain not working? I've seen so much of their stuff. What's his... If anyone's a member of the paid site that Jordan Peterson is a member of, not Breitbart, no. Do you know what? I can't continue until I know. Right, hang on. You're not allowed to say it was summon demons. Why can't I find it? What's wrong with me? Why? Peterson's been working with them for a few years now. What's it called? Shapiro. Yeah. What's it called? What's the company that they work for? Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, Shapiro. Yeah. Why don't I know the name? What's wrong with my brain? Daily Wire. Daily Wire. Yeah, if anybody has a Daily Wire membership, okay, there is a further 30 minutes members only, their members only, not my members only, 30-minute interview talking about politics with Simon Baron-Cohen, and I'm curious, but I'm not $10 curious, if that makes sense. But if anyone here has a existing membership, and you want to tell me what they've talked about, that'd be great. I'm just curious, but I'm not $10 curious, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, everyone? Thank you, Mike. You're quite the graceful captain. Graceful is not a term that usually gets applied to me. Clumsy is usually the adjective. I appreciate that. I will accept that. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you, Marcy. There is no overlap between Daily Wire and your audience. I think the overlap between Daily Wire and your audience is really large. But autism is not political. I mean, it shouldn't be, right? It's not. I can't easily. I can't positively evidence this, but you get the untouched tribes in the Amazonian rainforest. Some of them will be autistic. Do you know what I mean? I suppose it sort of depends, really, at what point did autistic features and characteristics, or indeed ADHD features and characteristics, become introduced to our species. You can want to look at it in terms of, almost geological time, sorry. Was it 50,000 years ago? Was it 100,000 years ago? At what point did it happen? Is it an Asian European thing or what? I suspect it isn't. Autism is not political, no. Autism is about as political as hair colour. Having said that, hair colour has been political in the past. I think there are. I think there are political conversations to be had about support requirements and how those are going to be met and accommodations, but we are so far away from that. I don't think this is like your ocean exploring content. I beg to differ. Hi, Chinooka. I reckon they love it. I reckon we love it. An autist invented fire? Yeah, possibly, right? They talk about this. So for those of you who are not Patreon members or haven't watched my reaction video, Jordan Peterson is interested in tool use as it relates to autistic people. Jordan Peterson cited the Tower of Babel, which is a mythological tower by which ancient scientists and engineers, or as Jordan Peterson would call them, autistic people, wanted to get closer to God by building a tower, and the hubris meant the tower collapsed and everyone died. And Jordan Peterson was making a connection between technological worship, autistic people, and hubris. And so he was interested in asking Simon Baron-Cohen about tool use. And then they had an interesting conversation. Not a massively well-evidenced conversation, but an interesting conversation. About ancient tool use and how cause and effects applies to things like creations of bow and arrows and things. Yeah, when you start with stop classifying autism as some sort of curable disease before we can move on to doing sort of useful research on this. Yeah, exactly. And I have a hot take here. Where else do you share badly thought out hot takes? I don't know if anyone wants to hear my hot take on the whole autism/profound autism, but I spend a lot of time thinking about these topics and interacting with people on these topics. So I've come up with a thought, and I'm going to just share it with you, even though no one has asked me to. I'm just going to impose it by just sharing it with you. And I hope it sits with some of you. This is a hot take. This is Mike. This is a hot mic take. It has been thought through, but it would be a very long video essay to kind of evidence. Okay. Thank you, Soup. Thank you, Quasar. Here we go. When you have the Autism Mom folks, and you have Autism Speaks, and you have Eileen Lamb, and you have other such folks talking about autism and why Christine, Abby's mom, and those sort of folks sort of almost gatekeeping autism in a very weird way. You end up with this sort of like, oh, you're not autistic, you're just, neurodifferent, this sort of thing. I shouldn't really do this.
And you were neurodifferent. Neurodeficit, and you were neurodifferent.
Right, all that sort of stuff, okay? Right? Well, it's because when they're looking at autism, they're actually looking at it as how it relates to them. So autism is not about someone is not autistic. They are the caregivers to an autistic person. That experience, which includes things like learning disabilities, self-injurious behaviors, meltdowns of which often get filmed and put on the internet, support groups for mothers where they mostly complain about autistic people and autistic adults taking away support from their children somehow. That package, that entire package is autism. That's my hot take. And that's why we have this issue and why we don't see eye to eye, where we really should, because, I want Eileen Lamb's autistic kid to be supported as best he possibly can. I don't think she should have to pay. I don't even know if she does, but I don't think she should have to pay for things like speech therapy or assisted communication devices. I don't think. I want him to have all the things. Okay. We're in agreement, right? So really we should be, she shouldn't be saying nasty things. Autism is a how does this person inconvenience me conversation. It's a thank you, Leslie. Yeah, it's a parent narrative. Yeah. So autism is a very complicated label, but it's got nothing to do with autism, actually. Autism is just a word, usually accompanied with funny colors and puzzle pieces, but autism is I am the parent of an autistic or the caregiver to an autistic family member. This is my experience. This is my story. That's what I would like to say. That's my hot take. So I think that's why we have a lot of conflict and why we have often autistic content creators, including myself, not sort of almost clashing and not really seeing eye to eye, even on things like terms like profound autism makes no fucking sense until you look at it through the lens of, well, autism is my problem. That, you know, I've got autistic people around me and they're all fucking annoying me and they all make me tired and ratty and I'm irritated and I am profoundly irritated. Yeah, that's what profound autism is. My son has profound autism. No. The reason why the label doesn't fit and why they're trying to jam a square peg in a round hole and make it fit. But the reason why it doesn't work is because it's not actually about autism. It isn't actually autism. Also represent the spectrum of human behavior from empath to psychopath. Having said that, there are a lot less autistic psychopaths than there are neurotypical ones. I can evidence this. And in fact did, highlighting Simon Baron-Cohen's comments on the same on Patreon. You're looking at affective empathy and cognitive empathy, right? Hang on, hear me out. Most autistic people, and I can say this, okay? Most autistic people, right, understand when somebody is in pain, understand when somebody's hurting, okay? Often, we're a little bit slow, a little bit late to give a quote-unquote socially appropriate response in real time. That's the definition. Which is where we are often deemed as lacking empathy because, oh shit, we didn't deliver in 50 milliseconds the appropriate face dance and words. But that doesn't mean we don't care. Right? That is a typical autistic experience. The flip side to that is a typical psychopathy. Okay? A psychopath is very, very, very good at the face dance and the words. And doesn't give a fucking shit about how you actually feel. This is, I am badly paraphrasing Simon Baron-Cohen. Yeah, if you want to know. This is not Mike's hot take. This is Simon Baron-Cohen, and he's right. So yes, you can be an autistic psychopath, but I would argue that's pretty rare. I say it's pretty rare. Generally speaking, autistic people tend to be the antithesis of psychopaths. Does that make sense? Have I said that badly? It's not to say you can't be an autistic narcissist or you can't be an autistic... I don't know why we would want to reflect on that. Most of the questions I get online relate to some hidden story. Why is my autistic boyfriend or partner being so narcissistic? Tell me that. It's like, I don't know, you guys. So, but there's definitely a story here. Yeah, thanks, Hughes. Have a little think about it, by the way, and kind of get back to me. Let me know. Let me know if that works with you guys. My hot take on autism as a word, as a term, as a label. It's not about it's not about autism. It could be flabber monkeys. It doesn't matter what the label is. It's just flabber monkeys. Flabbermonkeys.com. We just have I have flabber monkeys. Oh, my child is driving me up the tree. I don't know. It's just a word. Profound flabber monkeys, not you, lot, pretending to be flabber monkeys. I have profound flabber monkeys. My child, I mean, has profound flabber monkeys. Fraudulent slip. I got from Elon Musk to anyone much nicer as a range of behaviors. It's a linear spectrum from with Elon on one end. Yeah, I mean, which end is profound? Flower monkeys ate my parents. Yeah, exactly. Don't know. Just a word that came out of my head. I'm sorry. Apologies if it offends anyone as well. It's literally just literally. It's just is. It's just a word. Rather than using the word autism. I mean, the irony is many of the parents will have autistic features and characteristics themselves, given the heritability situation. They're often unidentified, effectively sort of unlate diagnosed autistic adults. We need Flabbermonkey Bunch. Wouldn't make sense. Unless you're in this. Vaccine causes Flabbermonkeys. Oh, man. Mike, just point of reference, why does profound autism bother you so much? I have a video on that. I will direct you at the video. Right here. Here. This link here. Lissa is my video on profound autism. It's not that long. In fact, Eileen Lamb even replied to it. She didn't like me very much. But even that is quite telling. It's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting video. I think it's worth a watch. I would say that, wouldn't I? But I do think it is. Snow Kitty, welcome. A Flapper Monkey coffee mug. Plushies, insert a vibrating object for social exploring. Yoga, ABA, but ABA for Flapper Monkeys. Have we tried broccoli? Oh man. Are we all a bit of Flapper Monkey? Yeah. Listen, Jay, my video is the short answer. It's not that long a video. Profound autism is a gatekeeping term to separate autism, or as they see it, high-functioning autism and Asperger's, out of the current diagnostic pathway. They want to see a DSM-4 back. The reason for this is entirely due to the quote-unquote attention on social media, inversely caused by people like me who are talking verbally online. That appears to be a big problem for the parents of autistic children who support the term profound autism. What makes autism profound is not actually autism. It's learning difficulties or intellectual disability in the United States. The profundity comes from the intellectual disability, not the autism. That is the case. The proposed report proposing this term in the Lancet actually says as much. Alison Singer was a large part of that report. The general gist is we do not like autistic adults representing themselves online. It should be called autism with intellectual disabilities, Leslie. Yes, well, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Indeed it is, Leslie. It's autism with intellectual disability, without co-occurring intellectual disability, autism with ADHD, autism without ADHD, autism with dyspraxia, without dyspraxia, whatever. Yeah, that is what it is. That's the position we're in right now. Or you can list all the co-occurring conditions as you like. Some of them are appropriate to list on diagnostic paperwork, for example, with co-occurring speech delays, whatever. But yeah, learning disabilities and such disability is what is the profound bit. That's what makes it profound autism for some reason. And that is as bonkers as you can possibly imagine. I know I'm saying this out loud and it sounds absolutely batshit, doesn't it? It makes no sense whatsoever. That's like saying an amputee has, I don't know, profound short-sightedness. I don't know. It's like it's got nothing to, one has nothing to do with the other. They're like separate conditions, separate disabilities. It's like it makes no sense. It almost like boggles my mind to come up with an example that's different but the same. It's so weird. It's bizarre. It's the weirdest thing you could put. It's so strange. It's like saying I'm a non-stamp collector. I'm an autistic person. Oh, Rosetta's here. Hello. I'm an autistic person who does not collect stamps. Profoundly non-stamp collecting. As opposed to non-stamp collecting. I am profoundly... when we released Profound Tuesday video? Oh, this one? Or are we talking about something else? Profoundly exhausted is fine. That makes sense, because that means, you can be indeed profoundly exhausted or severely exhausted or fatigued, right? You can be utterly tired and exhausted, yeah. I'm not against stamps. I'm just profoundly not a stamp collector. I'll talk about the Tuesday book pretty soon. It's actually a relatively quick conversation to have. It's a relatively quick story too. In terms of like, why do we have the book? I diagnose you with profound cat. Thank you. I have all my cat ears here. All here. My selection of cat ears. I have many. Username 4600. Welcome. We often say good time zone. Yeah. I am profoundly Minecraft addicted. Exactly. We should get autistic thriving lessons. Do you know what? Yeah. 100%. I'm completely with you there. Rather than, you could also say, by the way, I would probably say this, by the way. A severe, profound, low dexterity cat. The autism just don't separate intellectual difficulties with yeah, they don't separate it. They don't say it. I don't know why that is. I think it might be because of stigma. I think it's stigma. You don't want to say my son, my daughter, my child is profoundly intellectually disabled. You could incur. It's the usual smorgasbord of insults, isn't it? People say things like the R word, the R slur, or they call someone stupid, moron, whatever. All of these kind of like this language associated with intellectual disability is more stigmatizing than it is for autistic people. It really is. The only group, I think, that have had more stigma in psychological literature are those who are intellectually disabled or have learning difficulties, disability in the UK. Learning disability in the US, intellectual disability. And there really shouldn't be stigma because it is a disability and it should be supported. It should be accommodated and supported. Absolutely. And it does make life much harder. It puts life into even harder hard mode. Yeah, totally. And so it's called profound autism because Also, intelligence. Intelligence is different as well. There are many different types of intelligence. Yeah. And this is measured based on IQ, so sit down paper intelligence. And often the tests are not administered. Often a psychologist will say that the test is not, it's just impractical, it's just implausible to even administer a test, so it's just not done. And an IQ would just be given a subjective number like, I don't know, 40, 50, something like that. Oh fuck, Eagle Rider, that's a whole other category. I mean, our levels change every day. Yeah, based on support levels. Yeah, 100%. Sometimes it can function fine, but I can go entire weeks, months, something to speak, but it function at all. I do have to go pretty soon. Yeah. I'm acutely aware. Of when I'm pushing myself too much, that I can literally just fucking burn out. I actually have a video on this. It's the one with the Coldplay song. It's about, it's only like 5 minutes long on my YouTube channel. I feel like teaching has gotten worse with the fact that more and more learning has gone online. Yeah, well, that's true. And that's partly because teachers do more than just teach the material. Have you heard of the doorman fallacy? The doorman fallacy is this. You have an expensive hotel with a man standing, usually a man. The role is called doorman, or I think it's door person. Standing outside. And what they do is they sort of greet you, take your luggage. I don't actually know this because I've never stayed in such a fancy hotel that I've needed my luggage taken off me or anything like that. But that's the role of this person who dresses in this like top hat and tails, that kind of thing. They stand at the door anyway. And they open the door for you and you go in and that sort of thing. Well, it's been argued that they are too expensive, too unreliable, waste of time. We should just have an automatic door. And if you look at like a spreadsheet and you go, all right, this person is costing us thousands and thousands and thousands. Whereas an automatic door, we just buy it once and it just opens and closes automatically. It's much better, isn't it? It's much better to automate and have an automatic door. The fact of the matter is that the doorman does a huge number of other things. The doorman is almost like a PA-ish, bit. We'll be able to book a taxi for you. We'll be able to look after you. We'll be able to give you advice, directions, whatnot. Keeps like troublemakers away. Acts as a moderator almost for the door. Bouncer. There's a lot of branding there too, isn't there? It's like a posh hotel, so you know because it's got somebody standing outside it all dressed to the nines. And that's kind of the same sort of thing with the online teaching. It's like you can still deliver the basic thing. You can still deliver online material, but teachers do more than that. They look out for things. Even signs of abuse, you can't pick up on those online. Teachers do so much more. But that's not to say online learning isn't bad. It's good. But, doorman fallacy. I'm also wondering if they can tell someone with profound learning disability is also autistic if they can't communicate with them properly. I've been wondering that too. And I have family and associates working in this area. I can't say too much. I have to be a bit careful. I'm hoping to give first-hand examples rather than second-hand or third-hand ones. But sometimes the assessment isn't done. Sometimes they are just diagnosed because obviously they're autistic. And I mean, the irony there is quite dramatic, really, when you consider huge waiting lists, huge delays, huge expense. That's kind of the issue. Yeah. A lot of the time it's like this person with intellectual disability will have some autistic features, autistic characteristics, and diagnoses will be given on the basis of those. Yeah. Really interesting. Well, there is no blood test for autism. There is no scan. I mean, there may be in the future. In fact, if there is in the future, why is so much of the research about prenatal scanning as opposed to... Why does it have to be a prenatal scan? Eagle Rider, if you're talking about the scratching post, you know that's not an issue. Yeah. Say something, don't... All I would say is... the only thing I would say is... I should really say it, but it's true. Is if you actually leave the scratching post and then rejoin, Kitty Cat Bot will see that you've rejoined and then announce your arrival to everyone. So just go quiet. You don't need to... Just a little word to the wise there, in case you didn't want to be perceived, in case you wanted to be like not, you want to like slink out and slink back in, you know what I mean? You want to like not be perceived. Yeah, don't leave. When you come back, hey, welcome. I know, I understand that. No, you're not. Relationship decay with me doesn't happen, and I'm sure that's true for a lot of people. Not necessarily everyone, but relationship decay. That happens to me before everyone welcome me back. Yeah, don't fuck around. Just it's happened to a few people. I've done a favor for a couple of people before where they've been like, I accidentally left and now I want to come back, but I don't want to be welcomed back. So okay, fine. All right, join, and then I've just like deleted the message. But there's always someone online. Usually Yays. Usually Helen. Accidentally ghosting is a thing. Accidentally ghosting is 100% a thing. I probably feel that way with my friends. I ghost. I guess that was an option. It's not an option. It was just a pro move on behalf of the people that wanted it. That's all I'm saying. As far as it, yeah, I've been quiet on and off. Life happens. We go quiet. Yeah, it is. It's completely normal. It's completely normal. I've found a Discord server massively helpful. It's not a support group, but it is a supportive group, supportive community. But it's also fine. Like life happens, but we all have experiences of relationships breaking down, don't we? So wouldn't worry too much about it. So both of us feel so hard on the photo plans each other. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, human. Sorry. I've quote unquote failed at so many things and so many plans. Like all of my plans and things, pretty much. I feel like I'm still in July. I was saying that earlier on the stream. I feel like I'm still in July because August didn't happen. Because everything I planned for August, including things like my ABA video, that was supposed to be out before September. We're just taking too long. Bikepacking adventure. As a child, never had friends and I don't have any too much work at this point in the end. Happy not having any. So that's true. Yeah, you're never going to get betrayed by people you never made friends with. You just have expectations. I wouldn't worry. And I know I'm being a bit hard on myself here, but I feel like I've failed by not getting out a video every week, you know? On that subject, while I've got you all here, all 87 people, some of whom I know, some of whom I don't. If you're new here, please say hello. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume you're like a Strider in the corner of the inn. Mike, your role has evolved. What do you mean? Do you realize it goes to you? All right. I mean, look. I mean, I've got some friends. I've got some close friends. I mean, we're talking about my. You know, I've got some close friends I've had for a very long time. I haven't messaged them. They haven't messaged me in months now. I should possibly put lurks in the corner. I should possibly send them a quick message and go, hey, how's it going, everyone? And in fact, I really should. And I probably will, now that you've all reminded me. Now, Eagle Reminder has reminded me, out of fear of being a shit friend, which you're not, but just by uttering that fear out has made me think, maybe I should reply, maybe I should message some people back. So, yeah, you've done me a solid favour there, Eagle Rider. You draw far more attention to yourself, Mr. Underhill. Exactly. That's how I imagine the lurkers, the people that are just lurking and not actually saying anything. Because I have counted your usernames and there's not like 84 usernames. There just aren't. So some of you are being striders. I know it's saying a hi on my still live messages. Yeah, quite often, honestly, it is just that. Not literally that, but like, you know, effectively that. And for some people, friendships do decay. Yeah, I think that's really sad. Has anyone played The Sims? The very first Sims, I remember. The very first Sims. I haven't played The Sims, by the way, since Sims 1, right? A really long time. I remember there was a message on The Sims that popped up during one of the loading screens. And it said, someone please verify this, because I reckon my memory's not wrong, but let's see how accurate I can be. It says friends are like flowers. You have to water them or something. It says friends are like plants, or plants are like friends. You have to water them to keep the relationship going, or something like that, in The Sims. Yeah, The Sims 1. I put tons of time into it. I played The Sims so much. This is a long time ago. Wendy, I'm not a lurker. I just got time. Just do smiley faces every now and again. I picture you as a strider in the back of the... I don't know what a Harry Potter equivalent would be. It's cool. Don't worry. Like if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, it's cool. But there's a lot of striders in the room. Could somebody let me know? Sims. There is a loading screen kind of, you know, prompts, you know, and I'm a strider. I can't respond quick enough to like other chat. Got the game this year in near 800 hours. Nice. So it's like friendships are like plants or flowers, and you have to water them or whatever. You have to keep. Theodore. Yeah, he's not super super. Theodore, friendships are like plants. Shit, where's it gone? Friendships are like plants. If you don't water them, they die. Yeah, that made me think you have to water people for ages. I'm like, what the hell does it mean? You have to, like in the game. I knew it wasn't literal in real life. Okay, I'm not that autistic. I'm like, how do you water the Sims to keep the friendship going? Anyway, yeah, I mean that line actually educated me, a younger Mike, on this concept of like friendship decay. Hydrate or die. Oh my God, Charlie. Hydrate or die. That's a bit dark, but yeah, like, yeah, your friendship will die if you don't hydrate it. Don't pour water on your PC. But yeah, see? Thank you so much, Theodore. I've had that internalized message baked into my brain. There have been some neurons that have had no other job but to hold on to that internalized message for, I don't know, 20 years or something. Until this live stream. And then those neurons go, yay, we've done our job. Radagast, yeah, Radagast, so cool. 35 years old, nice. So like, I think my friends should come and give daily tea offerings. I think so too, Charlie. Tea and snacks. Like, it's what's needed. Granite, I think the question to ask Wendy would be, these plants of yours, are they plastic? Hard to keep up with chat, so tiny. Even the chat on the screen? I had no interest in peopling on Sims, just like building houses. I agree with you. It's actually quite a nice like house building simulator and like decorating sim. It should have been called like House Builder or something. This one's plastic. Well, you can't see it, can you? It's just out of frame. It's my fern. My real plants, my rubber plant is the size of a small tree. Yeah, that's cool. We have started, Nina and I, a collection of houseplants that we hope will... It's like, these plants have to survive. What a danger. It's really called Dollhouse. Oh, right, okay, but male test players were turned off. I did not know that, Sunny Girl. That makes sense. Dollhouse actually kind of makes sense. It should be called House Flippers. I'm on a 65-inch TV. Are you serious? That feels like a responsibility. She is recovering well, Soup. It's slow, but well. She's kind of like one-armed, slow and well. She has to do physio and stuff. It's quite a big deal. The surgery. Her first surgery too. Her first sort of anaesthetic. So yeah. That's why I don't like The Sims then. I hated dolls and playing with them. Morrison's are ridiculously good for houseplants. I got an orchid and offered glass vase for £2.25. Oh wow, my mum would love that. That's cool. We only have Tesco's, so oh, how's your head? My head is fine now. My head is completely repaired. I suspect there's like a little bit of hair that no longer grows in the back of my head, but yeah, like the glue's all off and it's good. Yeah, that was fun. Every little helps. Oh, we can't have those. The kids say our cats share a brain cell. Colin has been evicted. We're going to get the deets on Colin in a week. You did better and less burned out now, Mike. You had a rough year yourself. I have had a rough year. If I don't want to see hospitals ever again. I have had a really rough year. It's not been fun for me. All the stuff with my mum and everything. Yeah. Oh, who's Colin? When's the Colin giveaway? Colin is the tumour, actually. Apologies to anyone named Colin here. The Colin analysis of the week. You know, like measurements and slices and what's inside Colin and Colin giveaway. Was Colin evicted or banished? Colin is away. Colin's gone to laboratory time. Decolonizing. Oh my god, the decolonizing thing. I showed Nina and it was so funny. Supper awaits, I think. Suzanne, have a lovely time. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. Colin, I love this crowd. There's no offense to anyone called Colin. It's just the name kind of worked. I think I missed you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nina Juma are called Colin. In fact, I can't talk for others, but similar situations have happened on the Discord, and Nina is not the only one to have named her tumor. So I'm going to exclude this from the channel lore. At some point, I'll have to make a channel law video. I'm going to just have to exclude naming tumors. That's going to have to be like the hidden law, the deep law that only we know about. Yeah, thanks, Bovinci. I'm hoping you have a really huge harvesting machine, Majnuka, rather than an earthquake. I got to go Eliza was the best. No, it was really funny. Oh, now we got deep law. Yeah, we got deep law. We do need channel law documentation because it's getting it. There's so much. There's so much channel law. It needs to be kind of wiki-ish, to be honest, because I don't feel like I should be the archivist of the law. But I will start it. Colin act, I mean. It was indeed a harvesting machine. IA&E, I'm sorry. Are we joking? Because I want it for real. What are we talking about? Where did you start with the law? There's too much. Oh, we got around. That's so sweet of you. Ham Wrangler? Notion Wiki, yeah. I start all of my writing in Notion, which you can now use offline. Actually, Notion did an update. Notion's biggest weakness, you can now have offline Notion, which I'm going to need. Oh yeah, right. Someone needs to executive function for me. I'm going to need a reminder to tell you all about the plushie video. You may have noticed a new channel appeared in the Discord for your plushie videos. I'm specifically going to ask you if you wish to participate. I'm very, very sorry. You have to be on the Discord to do it. But if you're not, sorry, you have to Discord to participate. It's like it just makes it easy for me. Stuffies, plushies, teddies. If you wish to participate in the video, I need a portrait. I'll write it down. It'll be on the Discord. I'll post it in announcements. Okay. I'll give you an example of what is needed. That video will be out pretty soon. It'll be a nice, fun video. There are some fun light things. I forgot to say, it's not all Look, I don't mean to make lots of negative videos. I don't know if it puts people off. I suspect it probably does put people off. It's not my intention. There's lots of happy things to talk about. There's lots of interesting conversations. There's lots of debates and we could discuss things and try and figure things out, so much. There's so much to do, so much to think about, so much fun. I'll do a positive video about Kennedy. You see, it's funny, but it's the ball bits. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so this is Sabes. He's very wise. This is Pol Pol. This is Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle. Look at that way, Polly. Polly, that way. May she forever molt. Oh, there's Tosca here. Let me show you Tosca. Look at this. This one is Emma. Yeah. Which one was Split Kit? Oh, I don't know. We had a cat, which I referred to as Shit Kit, but that's not because it was bad. It's just because of one incident. And the nickname stuck, and she became SK. As in, sorry, not Snell Kitty, but like SK as in Shit Kit. And she was a Maine Coon, and she was lovely. I was like, it's like Pol Pol. Yeah, it's Pol Pol. Polly Pol Pol. Hey, take it easy. Look after yourself, Igor. Those flexi cats remind me of the way of a peaceful warrior. It's some peaceful. Peaceful is a spectrum, right? Peaceful is a spectrum. I would say, yeah, if you're going to get a cat, get 2 cats. I think minimum cattage is 2. I'm not passing value judgments for people, you know. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I think minimum cattage is 2. Because then they can kind of interact. I mean, obviously that assumes that they can kind of tolerate each other. If they don't, then obviously, like, Emma would be fine in a house of 1. You know, Larry would be fine in 1. Like Emma does not really have friends, but she does like Lucy and Polly. We call them the Witches of Eastwick. And because they're all a bit spicy. Polly's not super spicy, but she will just like fly. Like she'll be like, rah, you know, just out of nowhere. And Lucy's a bit more sort of traditional cat attitude. So you got Emma, Lucy, and Polly on the bed, for example. We call them the Witches of Eastwick. The 3 of them, they kind of tolerate each other. They kind of like each other. They kind of like, I mean, they do kind of get on. They are sort of friends, but they're not friends. Whereas like Sabre and Gibson, for example, they are absolute best pals. My cat hates other cats. Yeah, your cat's not a cat person, Harriet. Discord witches, yes. Well, in that book, one of the characters describes that even though cats don't have hard muscles, they still have strong muscles. Yeah. It's a good way to put it. They are quite muscly. Kind of like peacocks. Peacocks are very muscly as well. Aw, can't know his poor thing. Eight-kilo cannonball youngsters. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tosca's quite large. We haven't weighed Tosca in a little while, so she's due a weigh-in. Tosca's at the point where it's like human scales now. You know, step on with the cat, step on without the cat. Subtract the 2. Tosca's quite heavy. Tosca likes hunting flies. This is her thing. Oh, this one is a kitty plushie. Trying to hold a cat which doesn't want to be held. You find out just how strong they are. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Speaking of which, by the way, cat muscles actually don't work so well in one dimension, which is to bring them upright. So generally speaking, if you want to catch a cat, you cat down, like you just down, right? Any other way, they can fight you quite hard. But they, if you push them down, they hold them down. They will try and they can't. They're not strong. Up. There you go. Thought you found that interesting. I've said that really badly, but you get the point. Squish. Oh, the actual cat. This one, Saber. This one, Sobes. I think Sabe's adoption video needs to be a Patreon video. I think I need to post it on Patreon. Making videos has been a bit of a thing I've enjoyed. Not that I've ever had like a YouTube channel that people have watched or anything. But like making videos, I did an adoption video for Sabes. So 2015, I adopted Sabes. The way it worked was one of my friends, she called me and said, hey, cat's come in, a road traffic accident, lost a leg. Come and get it. And Saber meows so loud. I could literally hear him from the road at the adoption center. Like he was in like an isolation unit behind the main cattery. So he was quite a way away with like essentially like 2 buildings in between. And I could hear him meowing. He's so loud. Yeah, you. Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit overly attached to Sabes and some of my other cats. Like, it sounds like a bit bad, but it's true. Okay. Autistic Jenny, welcome. Would you like a sniff of my cat? Sniff him. Not, I don't want that end. All right, there you go. You have it. You have that end, I'll have this end. I'll take the sharp end, you take the smelly end. Ow, Sabes. Need your claws clipping. Got fluff. Overly. Overly means like a lot of too much sort of thing. I took the sharp end, but not the stinky end. My favourite stim, unfortunately, my cat tolerates. This is a spider. Smell the cat. Tosca. Tosca Tosk. Yeah, Chloe, cats do smell good. This one smells of a little bit of like Nina's, like washing / sort of perfume sort of smells. But also Tosca smells of kind of like bread, digestive biscuits, I would say. Yeah. Saber smells of, hang on a second, I'll tell you. He smells of, I don't know, nothing really. Doesn't really smell of anything. Unless he farts, of course. Fresh rice. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sometimes fresh rice, but the Saber doesn't smell of anything. He's got a bit of tuna breath. Come for the autism, stay for the cat huffing. This new game show idea, what is it? Which cat is this by smell? Ever since Eating in a Sweater hit came out, this started going through my head. Maybe you say about the same smell so you can't smell them. I think maybe, possibly. Yeah, possibly. I'll try and get some spelling notes for my cat. Cat huffing. That'd be an amazing video. You think so? What would I call it? I can't call it cat huffing. I mean, cat yodeling, mate. was hard to explain to people. Yes, you can. Video gets demonetized for promoting strange new drug use. Is anyone else allergic to cats? Yeah, Nina is mildly allergic, actually. So, right, yeah, videos. I don't really know what to say about this. I was just going to say, Darth Dorio, welcome back. I was going to say, nothing is what I was going to do. I was going to say nothing. Zig is a very slight sweet smell. She's not impressed with the cat huffing. Amazing. Cats don't smell like the earth after summer rain, but they smell clean in the same category as the earth after summer rain. Yeah, they do. If they're healthy, I should add. Obviously, if there's a problem, then, you know, get them checked out or whatever. You might even know what it is. It might be obvious. Sometimes Gibson will come in and he's a white cat, Polly's brother, and Gibson will have like almost like oily marks or something. And he's obviously getting some sort of dirt on him or something, and he'll smell kind of, you know, a little bit like dirty, you know, he'll smell like asphalt or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Shorts of Mike huffing cats. Well, we did, so last week we talked about microfiber and we watched, oh, I forgot. Right. We're not going to be going on for too much longer because I have a super early start tomorrow. But, we need some horror show music. I don't have any sort of horror show music. So
I like rusty spoons. I like rusty spoons. I like to touch them.
the high snooker needs to be on for this.
I like to touch them. I like rusty spoons. I like to touch them.
Look at it.
I like rusty spoons.
Look at it.
I like to touch them. I like rusty spoons.
I like rusty spoons.
I like to touch them.
I found it. I found it. Some of you will know, some of you won't. Okay. I'm starting to feel so good. Anyone joining in, just like, what's that? Create a short of this. There's going to be a short. What's next? Forks, uneven tines. This is. I'm so lost with that microfiber thing. It's too close for comfort. Some of you will know. Some of you will not. Okay, so the stream is definitely probably about an hour longer than I expected to make. I am needing to get up super early tomorrow, like unholy early. It's dark now, by the way, outside. Outside it is pitch black, and I'm going to be waking up when it's pitch black. And I'm not very good at sleeping early because I would normally go to sleep in like, I don't know, something like 6 hours or something. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Sticky hands are definitely needed. Not sticky hands. I did say an hour. Yeah, kind of overran. Is it horrible on the inside? It's less horrible on the inside, but yeah. You need to wear gloves for it. So hopefully you all had fun and enjoyed the...
Neurodeficit,
I like rusty spoons.
and you are neurodifferent.
You are. All of those things. So thank you very much. I'll see you all soon in the next video or stream. Realistically, stay tuned this week, by the way. Stay tuned. There may be surprises. Yes, water your friends. Remember to hydrate your friends. So basically you have to wake up when you normally go to bed. Yeah, effectively, yes. I was enjoyed kind of late. Trish, you definitely need to check out the start because it's Tuesday today. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday. We'll do the frog book at some point. The flying frogs. Oh, won a medal. He's actually got some pretty good pictures in it. Remember to eat and drink, do all of those things. And I'll see you all. I'll see you all later.